If you take one of these pipes, if it's getting too hot, especially right here is where it really gets the hottest. What you want to do when you take it out of the ski, do not remove these 4 bolts. Don't touch those. If you take this part, it's a nightmare to put it back together. So what you want to do is undo the 4 14mm bolts, undo the hose clamp, undo the hose that goes back to the water box on the 750, pull this thing out all as one piece. Then what you want to do is turn it over and take out these 4 bolts. What you can do when you have it out and test it is, if you have compressed air, you want to be able to blow air through both of these. So on this pipe here, this one actually was leaking. There's an exhaust, well, it was dripping water. So this one had 2 problems. But what you want to do, pull it out as one piece, turn it over, remove those 4 bolts, and then this piece right here is what, there's a gasket sitting on here. It's normally black on this one. So normally the big holes are going to line up with these 4 bolt holes. What you do is pull this gasket off. If you clean this up and spray it with some copper spray, let it fully dry, it has to cure, you can reuse the gasket. So instead of waiting for another gasket, same thing with the gasket goes here. The factory ones are aluminum with a black rubberized coating. What you want to do is clean this out and make sure that once this is all cleaned, if you can't blow air through these 2 barbs, like on one of them is clogged, took it apart, cleaned it all out. I had a different pipe, so I did the same thing. I took it apart, cleaned it out. This one's got a leak. If you're buying a replacement pipe, there's like 3 different styles, so you have to make sure you have the exhaust manifold that matches up with whichever pipe that you have. But you can kind of clean it out from this side. I use compressed air and just check all the fittings while you're here. If you need a wire or drill bit, this fitting goes to the pisser. This is the main cooling line that's coming over from the cylinder head. So you want to make sure all those passages, but don't touch, I never touch these 4 bolts. Otherwise you're going to have a huge headache trying to put this pipe back together. But once you got it all cleaned up, then just put this gasket back on there, bolt this piece back up, and then I put these in and take them out all as one piece. So you can unbolt the E-box, get the stuff out of the way, pull the pipe out all in one piece. It's a good idea too on these bolts that are 14 millimeter head, to use a little bit of anti-seize, because you got steel bolts going into the aluminum exhaust manifolds, so you don't want those to get corroded and stuck. But that's what I do. The Super Chicken pipe is like this. The TS, any of the most of the 750 sit downs have this style. Some of them they started going to a different style, but if you have this style of pipe, don't touch these 4 bolts. Flip it over, take this gasket off, clean it out, clean out the passages, and that's I did that yesterday on the 750 sit down ski, and that cleared up my problem with this pipe. Anytime you have an engine, any of these 2-stroke engines, pull the hood off, pull the seat off, take some water, drip it on the cylinder head, drip it on the pipe. I was dripping it on here and it was instantly steaming, so that means the pipe is getting too hot. You're going to have an overheat connection. You could also try and blow through the hose that it's going to hook up to the bottom of the exhaust manifold that goes to the side of the pump. You want to make sure that's clear, because that's your cooling. If that hose isn't clear, if that's clogged, you're also going to have problems with cooling. So if you have any question, pull those off, clean out the hose. If it's still clogged, then drop your ride plate, drop the steering nozzle on your pump, and there's a brass 90 that goes into the side of the main pump body. That's your cooling. If you pull that brass fitting off, drill it out with a 17/64 drill bit. Same thing if you can drill the bottom of the exhaust manifold. It's a straight fitting. If you can drill those brass fittings out 17/64, it opens them up just a little bit more, and that can help with your cooling.